What's going on? What's going on? So, I want to talk about building a house. I'm not a builder, I'm not a contractor. Not sure if you are, but I want to talk about how do we build a house, not the actual physical portion of it, but the concept of building a house. Because listen, there's you have a house, and then the house you can make into a home. So how do we do that? How do we make our house into a home? Because it's a big difference. Just it's just four walls. That makes the house. But what's inside of it is what makes the home. Who blesses it who makes the home. So who is building your house is the title of this. I want to read out of Psalms 127 verse 1. Unless the Lord, unless the Lord Jehovah God builds the house, those who build it labors in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. Because unless the Lord watches over the city, what's in the city? Nothing but houses, big old houses. And it says the watchman stays awake in vain. So we can't do nothing in our will. It's only the will of God. We can't we can't build this beautiful three, four, five, $1 million homes and expect houses and expect it to be a home. Another verse that is really powerful to me, Hebrews 3 verse 4. For every house is built by someone. That's facts. We know that's for sure. The house that I'm in, it was built by someone. But the builder of all things is God. So if we don't include God in everything that we're building, our marriages, our friendships, our business, if we're not including God in making sure He's the foundation, then we labor in vain. There's another Bible verse that's really powerful as well that jumps out to me. Um, 1 Corinthians 3, verse 10 through 15. By the grace of God has given me, I lay a foundation as a wise builder, and someone else is building on it. But each one should build with care, for no one can lay any foundation other than the one that's already laid, which is Jesus Christ. If anyone builds on this foundation using gold, silver, or costly stones, wood, hay, or straw, their work will be shown for what it is, because the day will bring it to light. It will be revealed with fire, and the fire will test the quality of each person's work. If what has been built survives, the builder will receive a reward. If it is burnt up, the builder will suffer loss, yet will be saved, even though only as one escaping through the flames. That's powerful to me. I want the Lord. I want the Lord to protect my house. I want Him to put a hedge of protection over my house. So I want to make sure, and like Joshua 1:9 says, I will serve the Lord. My house will serve the Lord. And that's what's so powerful about everything we do, um, including God in it, because we know if He's included in it, then guess what? Can nothing bring it down? Nothing. No storm, no man, no mishap on our behalf. Because guess what? It's built by the Lord, and when something's built by the Lord, there's so much love, so much grace, so much forgiveness. So I don't understand how a marriage can work if it's truly built and structured by the Lord. So when I hear about divorces, I already know God wasn't in it. He didn't build it. He wasn't the foundation of it. And so we have to understand every relationship that we get ourselves into, we must first lay the foundation, and that's with Jesus Christ. His instructions on how to use discernment, love, peace, patience. We must build with those fruits of the spirit, and there's another verse. I don't know if I found it or not, but um, here we go. Matthew 7:24 through 27. Therefore, anyone who hears the words of mine and puts it into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock, which is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is our rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against the house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock, Jesus Christ. But anyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on a sand. Sand is very shifty. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against the house, and it fell with great crash. When you think about divorce, what it looks like, when it happens, when you think about when your business flops, you go bankrupt, when you think about it crashes all over you. It just crashes down on you. And because it wasn't on the rock. It wasn't, the cornerstone. If anybody know anything about a cornerstone is the strongest position a rock can be in, the cornerstone. Look up Bible verses on the cornerstone, and when you look it up, it's going to always talk about Jesus Christ. So we have to build a house on a strong foundation, not the ways of this world here, not what they tell you should build, not self-help books, but the Bible. And I promise you, if you build on the rock, Jesus Christ, you don't never have to worry about your marriage going into divorce. But I didn't say you won't have problems, because that's the thing. It talks about we will have storms, but when you build it on a solid foundation, the rock, it will never come down. And so be mindful. And if you're married now, it's not too late to build it on this solid foundation, but use grace and mercy when you do it, because your unbelieving spouse might not be ready for that big change, but slowly but surely, brick by brick, start building it. Have a good one.